Boom bop, welcome back to another day on this podunk planet. My oh my, what a time to be alive. So this year marks the first year in 4 years that I was not in a gym on New Year's Day.
He's scared of this pussy. He's scared.
Why your face so ugly?
And I'm sad, I miss it. But I was reminded today why I left that space altogether back in June. Let me run the clip.
Now I want to sit back and relax and enjoy my evening. When all of a sudden I hear this agitating, grating voice.
Therapist, mother, maiden, then a virgin, nurse, then a servant, just an appendage, flipped to attendant, so that he never lifts a finger.
More men need to start calling out this disgusting behavior. And I left a comment on that video days ago. I'm still getting likes and responses and tags and all of that stuff. And so now I'm circling back just to put my face to the actual like position, which is that if you are a guy and you watch that video and you're defending the dude who unprompted is taking photos of random women, you are a fucking predator. Let's be very clear. And more men need to start calling this out, because if you think that most men are well-intentioned, just as I do, right? Those men that are not well-intentioned are the ones ruining it for the rest of us. They are also ruining their women's perception of men, because they are not being held accountable and they are not getting called out and bullied for their garbage and vile actions. All she was doing was stretching. I stretch every single time I go to the gym after I'm done doing cardio before I go lift weights, right? It is... Oh, dude, it makes me mad. Women deserve to be able to exist and go do activities that they love without having to constantly look over their shoulder or being prepared for what creep is going to do some non-consensual shit, you know? And it's not their burden to carry. It's ours as men to call out other shitty men and other predators' behavior and hold them to account. And this sucks, because this also incentivizes people not to go to the gym, because they're not going to feel safe. They're not going to be able to better themselves, because they're going to constantly have to worry about people judging them. As if already getting into that environment wasn't enough of a change already, and it can be overwhelming when you're just getting started. You get to add this to the mix, and it's a surefire way that nobody's going to go. And it's not just about the individual traumatic incident. It's also about the lack of safety and the emotions that come after, the stress and anxiety that comes after in those spaces. I don't know if it was a gym or a yoga studio. It doesn't really matter. Because, like, to emphasize this point and using a more violent example, if you were to go to school every single day, and every day you went there, you got just the shit kicked out of you, you got hit in the jaw, in the gut, and everything, would you feel excited to go to school? Would you want to do that? Would you go out of your way to make sure you're there on time and to linger after school hours and all that stuff? No, you wouldn't. In fact, that would probably be so traumatic that every time you're even around a school or in a school or whatever, you would feel those exact same feelings coming back. The anxiety, the stress, the fear. Same concept. The only thing in life that you can control is yourself. Do not get on here and all of a sudden pretend like you can't have self-restraint. You absolutely can. There is no excuse for this grotesque.
Now, you just saw two clips of women, two crazy situations, and you heard the commentary of a young man saying this is wrong, we should hold men accountable, so on and so forth. But I would like to pose the challenge here, because one thing I know, being in that same exact situation myself, on a number of occasions, almost daily, I came to realize that I could not count on the men around me to hold other men accountable, because while this young man, this individual is, saying that he would hold people accountable, that it's time for men to do better, be better, and we can't assume that men are going to do the right thing. I have witnessed firsthand that if there's no type of possession or ownership of the woman that is being violated in front of your face, and we can take this outside of the gym, it could be at the park, it could be literally anywhere, on the subway, all that stuff. Most men do not feel the urge to intervene. They do not feel the urge to stop the behavior, to hold another man accountable, because they themselves are afraid. They themselves are afraid. They will come on this app all day, every day, and say, we have to hold them accountable. Men, we need to do better. Da, 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 da. But when it comes down to it, they're afraid. And I share that with the ladies out there listening, because you need to realize that you cannot depend on them, because they themselves are afraid. And in most cases, if they don't own you in some way, have a personal connection or relationship, they literally feel no obligation to help you at all. Not even a little bit. So just know that you're taking a lot of risks every time you walk outside of your door, when you're in public, when you're around them. And that's why, the 4B movement, they have got it right over there in Korea. They have got it right because woo doggy are these men terrible. So I just wanted to share that because, like, it weirdly validated my decision to step away from that space and um, just really take some time, because when I'm telling you, it was exhausting having to constantly deal with their behavior. It went so far that I had to take up boxing because I couldn't handle it anymore. I literally couldn't handle it anymore. And I didn't feel safe because it only takes one kook to follow you home. It only takes one nutbag to throw a weight at you while you're at the gym. Oh man, and do you know how many situations I have had to deal with? Ooh, ooh, so many. But I'm thankful for it because I grew a backbone. And I'm pretty sure it is not safe for men to be around me anymore because I will handle them quickly and efficiently. So, yeah, I just wanted to throw that one out there for all the gym baddies, all the gym girlies that are going, and pursuing fitness for the first time. And their spidey senses are saying, this man's a little too close to me. This man is acting weird. Why is he near me? What is he doing? What is the reason? It is all intentional. They are doing it to violate your space. There's nothing innocent. There's no innocent flirting about any of this. It is predatory behavior. And someone needs to finally name it for what it is. So that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing. Again, super sad that I am not in the gym today, but the peace of mind I have, the peace of mind, oh, I wouldn't trade it.